Welcome back to another explainer. We've all seen it happen. Someone walks into a crowded room, and within minutes, it's like they have this invisible magnetic field. People are laughing, leaning in, completely captivated. And you're just standing there wondering, okay, what is their secret? Well, today we're absolutely deconstructing the whole myth of the naturally charismatic person. We're going to dive into some proven social psychology to show you that being instantly liked, it literally has nothing to do with being perfect. So let's challenge an idea that honestly holds so many of us back. What if charisma isn't some magical gift that's just bestowed on a lucky few? What if it's actually just a formula? You see, winning a room isn't about being the loudest or the most impressive person there. It's entirely about triggering very specific, highly predictable neurological responses in the brains of the people around you. Here is our roadmap for today. First, we'll hit the charisma myth, then mastering first impressions, verbal triggers, deepening the bond, and finally, your new social reality. We're unpacking a scientifically backed playbook of 6 distinct signals you can use starting today to hack human connection. Okay, section 1, the charisma myth. Decoding the signals of likability. Let's completely forget everything you've ever been told about needing to have this larger-than-life personality. Here's the major paradigm shift. According to 2026 social psychology research, instant likability is simply a learnable skill. That's it. It's rooted purely in science. It's not some innate personality trait you're either born with or you're not. It's actually just a series of very deliberate actions that trigger automatic liking in others, which means you are completely in control of this. Moving right into section 2, mastering first impressions, the immediate nonverbal signals. Let's look at the foundational physical cues that build immediate trust before you even say a single word. Our very first signal is all about the profound difference between just baring your teeth and offering a genuine smile. We all know a fake smile stops right at the mouth, but a real, genuine smile, it reaches your eyes. The skin around your eyes actually crinkles naturally, and when you do this, it neurologically creates instant warmth. The other person's brain literally relaxes and opens up to you. And you have to nail this fast. According to Psychology Today, the human brain can spot the difference between a real and a fake smile in under 1 second. 1 second. That is literally all the time you have to trigger that neurological warmth. Once you've smiled, you hit them with signal 2, full attention. APA social research from 2026 reveals a super fascinating reality about our hyper-distracted world. Giving someone undivided attention, meaning you put the phone completely out of sight, you face them fully, and you just listen without actively formulating your next sentence, is incredibly rare. When you do this, they feel completely seen. It is quite literally one of the fastest paths to genuine liking that psychology has ever identified. All right, section 3, verbal triggers. Activating the brain's unique pathways. Let's see how we take those foundational physical cues and build them directly into conversational tactics. So, there's a crucial window here, and it's the first 2 minutes. This is the exact time frame when you need to deploy signal 3, which is naturally using someone's first name. You don't want to overdo it and sound like a salesperson, but dropping it in naturally just once right after meeting them is huge. And why is this so effective? Well, look at this 2025 neuropsychology research. Hearing your own name activates a unique part of the brain that absolutely no other word triggers. It's like a VIP pass to their attention. Using their name early makes them unconsciously brighten up, they get slightly more engaged, and they feel genuinely valued by you. Next up is signal 4, the warm agreement. This is about finding something genuinely interesting in what they're saying. And listen, it goes way beyond just politely bobbing your head while you wait for your turn to talk. Social psychology research confirms that specific, genuine agreement is a ridiculously powerful likability tool. You don't just nod. You name exactly what you found interesting. You are actively proving to them that you truly understood them, not just that your ears were working. When you do this, I promise you, you will see them visibly grow more confident right in front of you. Let's slow things down a bit for section 4. Deepening the bond, the trust accelerators. We're crossing over from just initial connection into the advanced, deeply emotional triggers of human bonding. This brings us to signal 5, the light touch. During a natural moment in a great conversation, briefly touching someone's arm for just a single second to emphasize a point creates this immediate, profound sense of warmth. It's basically a neurological hack. Touch research from the APA in 2025 proved that a brief, appropriate touch uses physical intimacy to build profound trust significantly faster than any spoken sentence ever could. Words alone just can't compete with it. And that leads us directly to our final psychological trigger, signal 6, the vulnerability. This is where you share something small and genuinely human about yourself early on. Maybe a minor mistake you made that morning or a small, relatable fear. Just something real. Vulnerability psychology research perfectly explains why this works. When we meet people, our instinct is to recite our impressive achievements, right? We basically want to read them our resume so they like us. But sharing a small vulnerability makes people trust you infinitely faster. Why? Because it proves to their brain that you're safe. It gives them the unconscious permission to immediately relax and open up to you in return. All right, let's pull all of this together in Section 5, your new social reality, the compounding effect. Let's see how stacking these signals completely alters your world. Think about it like a combo move. You take the genuine smile that crinkles the eyes, the undivided attention, using their first name early, the warm, specific agreement, that brief 1-second light touch, and a small dose of vulnerability. When you stack these effortlessly at work or with total strangers, you aren't just hoping for a good interaction, you are scientifically engineering a genuine, warm connection. If you take away anything from this explainer, let it be this. You do not need a different personality to be magnetic. Being liked is not a personality type. It is a skill, and you now have the ultimate toolkit to permanently change how people experience you. So, I'm going to leave you with one final thought. What if the next stranger you meet is just one genuine smile and a shared vulnerability away from becoming your closest ally? The science is literally in your hands now. I challenge you to test this out in your very next conversation. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.